Going to sleep at a regular time proves to be healthy in more ways than one, but a new study claims it could also help lower your blood pressure.
Joining us today is our 9 News medical health expert, Dr. Pyle Coley. Dr. Coley, can you talk about blood pressure and like our body clock? These things are like intertwined?
Yeah, as a cardiologist, I think this is so fascinating because people think your blood pressure is fixed all day long. My blood pressure is always 120/80, but actually during the course of the day, there's a huge variation in your blood pressure. So around 4 a.m., between 4 and sort of 7 to 8 a.m., cortisol starts getting released, which starts to raise your blood pressure even while you're sleeping to get you prepared for the day. And in fact, that's why during that window, sometimes we see more heart attacks and strokes and problems in older patients, because that's when the blood pressure starts to go up. Then during the day, it goes up and down, depending on what exactly you're doing during the day and what your activities are. When you're exercising, of course, it goes up. If you're sitting and relaxing, watching a movie, it might go down. But then at night, they have something called nocturnal dipping, and your blood pressure is supposed to drop as you start getting ready for bedtime, but when you go to sleep, about 10 to 20%. So that's a normal, healthy blood pressure pattern.
And how is this linked to disease, or heart disease, or just any disease?
Mostly heart disease, but if you think about what blood pressure does, it's the pressure that every single organ in your body feels, right? Mm-hmm. Your kidneys, your brain, your liver, your lungs. So you can start to see other organs having disease as well. So if you don't have this pattern, so for example, let's say you're a blunted dipper, which means you're not dropping your blood pressure, at least 10% at night, that is a sign that you might have worse type of hypertension or high blood pressure. As women approach menopause and after menopause, their blood vessels become stiffer. So we see this blunted dipping response in women, and it's a sign of disease. It's a sign of kidney disease. It's a sign of going on to develop heart attacks and strokes as well. And of course, if you're an exaggerated dipper, that can be bad too, because that means your nervous system is freaking out. So if you're dipping too much, and some people have the reverse pattern where the blood pressure starts to go up at night, which it should never do. And that's definitely linked to disease. So studying your blood pressure pattern during the day may actually give you clues to disease, and lowering it, of course, is always better for your heart.
Wow. Are there hormones involved in regulating blood pressure as well?
Lots of hormones. So cortisol, obviously we know about, that's our stress hormone. Melatonin is our sleep hormone that gets released at night. But if you think about the rest of the hormones, there's something called renin, angiotensin, aldosterone. These are our salt. These are our salt hormones. Call them the RAS hormones.
Okay.
These are salt hormones. They make your body hold on to salt. So if you eat too much salt before bedtime, you could blunt that blood pressure dip at bedtime. And in fact, what they've seen is if you're not going to bed at a consistent time, let's say I go to bed 2 hours late tonight compared to what my usual bedtime is, tomorrow my blood pressure will be higher because of activation of these RAS hormone systems, as well as our nervous system, of course. So it's so complicated, but so interesting because our behaviors influence what our blood pressure does.
So the major takeaway here, go to bed, like what's the window? Like within an hour of the same time every night, or like right at like 9:30, Sam, hit the hay?
Okay, so here's how you do it, Sam. All right, what time do you have to wake up in the morning? So let's say it's 6 a.m. You'll calculate back 8 hours, and that's what, 10 p.m., right?
Okay.
And so you've got essentially 30 to 60 minutes from either side of 10 p.m. to go to bed every night. And if you do that, according to the study, now the study was only 11 people, but it was even some people that were on high blood pressure medications. But they watched them for a week and saw what they do, got a baseline. Then they made them go to bed at a time of their choosing, so they didn't even mandate what time it was, but within 30 to 60 minutes of that time, they dropped their blood pressure 4 points over 3 points. That's equivalent to like a 10% reduction in cardiovascular events. It's like starting a new exercise program or cutting down the salt. So to me, it's an easy fix. It's something that most of us can do. I like to stay up late on the weekends and feel like I can. But now after this, I think I'm going to bed on time.
Same.
30-minute window, Sam.
30
9 to 9:30.
Do it. That's it. All right.
Dr. Coley, thank you.
Thank you.